Hi, this is Stan,
This is Arya.
and welcome back to our next session for real estate Q&A. All right, well, Arya, what's the next topic today?
Right, something comes out of the blue. My client asked me, how do I speak to a real estate agent and how should I present myself to a real estate agent? So to translate that question is, what is your expectation from a seller?
Okay, so you mean like a model seller?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a very good question. As being a real estate agent, I would say a model seller will be someone who will be open to advices. I would say, because majority of sellers, I think, has a very similar goal, which is that they want to be ending up with the most money in their pocket at the end of the transaction, and they want to be on the market for the least amount of time.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's majority of the sellers are aiming for that goal.
Okay.
And obviously, slightly different people would have different situations. But I always like to make advices that would help them get there. So I think being as open to suggestion as much as they can possibly be would be the best type of seller that I'll be dealing with. If that makes sense.
So in other words, transparency, communicating their intention, and be open to ideas and advice.
Exactly.
From an agent like yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So because every agent's will be different, but I particularly like to listen at what their needs are, and then making advices on according to what their needs are. So not trying to give them advice because I want to benefit on something. It's more purely giving advice so that they can get from A to B in the quickest time frame.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good insight. To follow on that, what is your expectation from a buyer?
From a buyer?
Yes.
So
say I'm a buyer, I'm approaching you and I say, hey Stan, I'm interested in one of your property. What's your expectation in terms of my conduct?
Very similar to the sellers. I think I need a very much a transparent information from the buyers. A lot of buyers feel that we're enemies, and they like to play their cards very close to the chest, which meaning that they don't want to give me what kind of budget they're working with. They like to be very secretive, might be the right word, which makes our life or our job a lot more difficult, try and find them something, because we're basically blindfolded and try and find something that they want.
Right.
So rather than doing that, if these buyers will come and approach me and say, this is the house that I'm looking for, this is the budget range I'm willing to go up to, if it's a perfect house, if there's any properties that they have missed out recently, giving me some of these properties that they have put in some offer, what price range put in an offer, what price range they have missed out on. All these information do connect a lot of dots for me. And obviously, as in being a sales agent, unfortunately, we don't sell every single listing that comes on the market. So there's situations that we may be able to help, we might not be able to help, but at least if we have something that is coming on board, then we can give them the first opportunity to take a look at this particular property that we have in mind, if I have a clear understanding of what they're looking for.
So it's almost like matchmaking, isn't it?
Exactly.
Trying to find the right channel, the right buyer, and the right properties.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's correct. Yeah.
Hard job.
Yeah. Well, it makes it a lot easier if everyone's going to be transparent to us.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your insight there, Stan. Stay tuned for our next session, and don't forget to drop your comments and queries on the comment section below. Stay tuned.